Hi guys, it's me Aswad again, and this time I have another review for you guys, and it's called Wolf Warrior 2. This is a movie right now, the biggest movie in China. So, what's the story about? The story is about um, Chinese guy, Rambo, Chinese Rambo, and he is after he is working in Africa, and then there is some upheaval, some rebel attacks, and then he has to save some Chinese doctor and some Chinese nationals, and that's the movie. It really feels like a Chuck Norris movie, and to be honest, and I went into this movie. I rarely see. I wouldn't watch this movie except that it got the biggest opening in China. So I was curious. So I went there, and what I came out with, like I said, it's like a Chuck Norris movie more than a Rambo movie. But the character is almost superhuman like, and you can tell that it's a big budget for Chinese standard. It tries to copy a big budget movie, but actually it's really you can see somebody trying hard to copy an American movie. But so like, the good thing about this movie, like if you've seen Rambo or Chuck Norris, it's always America is great, America is the savior and stuff like that. So when you see this movie, China is the savior. So it's kind of like awkward, man. If you are used to see America as the hero, as a country that is a savior, trying to be good all over the world. Imagine the opposite, where China is like the hero, the savior of Africa. The savior of Africa. And I was like, wow. It is really interesting. I'm not, and second, so that shift of mindset is really interesting for me. The second big thing that I think really elevates this movie is they have the villain. The villain is the bad guy from Captain America, Winter Soldier. The bad guy who plays the he was, I don't know, the guy. At first he works with Captain America, and then he tries to betray him, and that guy, I think Skull and Bones, I don't know what his full comic name, but he's also in Captain America Civil War. But they got that guy to play the main villain. So the villain in this movie is effectively Americans. So yeah, and then they got a lot of they try to make a sort of the bad guys, the American bad guys, like they have like the tough guy, which is the bad villain from Captain America, and then you have he's called Lieutenant, an African American guy, and there's a wrestler, and then there's also a big guy wrestler, a tank, and then there's a ninja type of guy, very quiet, he doesn't speak, and then I remember this girl, I remember this girl who's a sniper. Her name is Athena. I remember her because she is the stunt double for Black Widow in the Marvel movies. So I was surprised, like the Chinese know what to do. They go and get the Avengers and Captain America actors to play the villains. Yeah, so those two things made the movie stand out, but the rest, I mean, the whole movie is forgettable. You have seen it before, and it's a lot of flag rousing, literally a flag rouser for China. And I mean, there's even like the end scene doesn't even make any sense. You know what I mean? It's like um, the whole story is very much trying to focus on this Rambo guy and this and his relationship with the people around him. But the end of the movie, he just hold the flag, the Chinese flag, and then the whole convoy that he's trying to rescue enter this United Nations safe zone, and then the movie ends. You don't know. I mean, there's no. It's such a weird way to end a movie. You don't know what happened after that. What happened to the team? What happened to the hot girl? There's a lot of hot girls. What happened to the African family he adopted? He even adopted a African boy, and man, this movie is trying to show that China is the savior of Africa. I mean, seriously, it shows that the Chinese are concerned about the Africans, and the Africans love them. And you know, they were they were talking about how the Western have brought slavery to Africa, but so the Chinese is bringing development. Amazing. So it is a propaganda movie, and movies made by China is funded by the state government. So however, it is interesting. I have to give the movie that. And the bad guy, I like the bad guy. I mean, I can't remember his name, but he is one of the charismatic bad guy in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and I like that guy. So I was surprised that to see him as the main villain. I was surprised. And yeah, other than that, it's just a simple action fair, and it's a good movie. You're not going to remember it unless you're very pro China. It really reminds me of Chuck Norris and Rambo, but more Chuck Norris. More Chuck Norris. And out of 10, I'm gonna give this movie a 6 out of 10. It tries, you know, it's not a bad movie. It's just slightly above average. So that's my review for Wolf Warrior 2. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.